I'm Bernadine Sewell. I am an entrepreneur, African-American female, an executive chef, and I have an alter ego, Pinky Winchester.
That was La Cocina graduate and restaurant owner Bernadine Sewell, aka Pinky Winchester. I'm Jeff, and this is Storied San Francisco. Every week on this podcast, you'll hear from chefs, artists, writers, and other San Franciscans, telling stories, sharing personal histories, and trying to put into words what makes this city so special. Welcome to episode 25, part 1. In this podcast, Pinky talks about moving to California in the late 80s and then up to the Bay Area to follow her kids. She and her daughter, Red, went through the La Cocina program after trying to start a food truck. That idea morphed into Pinky and Red's, which opened last summer in the Berkeley Student Union building. There, Pinky and her crew serve soul food on a sandwich every Monday through Friday from 11 to 5:30. This podcast is part of our La Cocina series. If you haven't already, please go back and listen to Fernay McPherson, the owner of Minnie Bell's soul food movement in Emeryville, in episode 14. Here's Pinky.
So, I guess we're going to have to take that train way back. But no, I was born in Detroit. Grew up in the 60s, the Motown, when music was popping, food was good.
That's another podcast right there.
The neighborhoods were famous, you know, and everybody was just loving on everybody in the neighborhood in the 60s. So
the music, too.
Oh, my stars.
I saw your...
Yeah, Record Black, we love it. Yeah, the best music, the best times, the best popsicles, right? Oh, just the best stuff. Yeah. So from there, I moved to Southern California in 1989. Okay. But always cooked because I just came from a family of cooks. I had a bakery, a home bakery, King's Cakes. I did cakes for years. And I thought, restaurant? Nah, I want to be a pastry chef. Okay. Because you can get so creative. Yeah. Really creative. You can use a lot of color. And as you can see, I'm very colorful. I love color.
You're popping.
Right?
Yeah.
So my son moved up here about 5 years ago. And he said, Mom, you should just come up here. Just come see. And I'm like, I don't know. So I came up. And then my daughter came up. And initially, she was trying to get a food truck because she worked on a food truck down in L.A. So I was just assisting and writing the recipes and
for her, okay.
Learning how to book a calendar for a food truck and just trying to figure out the cost. And we were looking at investors and just doing the footwork, your due diligence for a food truck. Mm-hmm. Bottom fell out. But one thing the investor did say, you guys should try to see if you could get in at La Cocina. So we said, I don't know.
Did you already know about La Cocina?
Heard about it, but you just think that's a lifetime away, because we heard, it's so hard, it's so complicated. But he said it. I think you guys have something and you could get in. So we went over, got an appointment, did the application, and did the interviews. And they said, a month later, we didn't think we had it because a month you don't hear, you just think, well, we gave it our best. A month later, they said, we think your concept is awesome. And that's what made me stay in the Bay Area.
So for you, it sounds like almost like a piggyback kind of situation where like you were just helping your daughter. Yeah. And now here you are. I mean,
right.
Yeah. What's that like? You own a restaurant.
My son asked me yesterday, he said, do you know what you have? I said, I don't not really, because I just love cooking the food, making sure these, and I call them kids, but they're not kids, but some of them still are babies. They're 16, 17, 18, and 19. Just making sure they have something different. So before we got this, we did, we were on the Feastly platform doing the pop-ups with Feastly. Okay. So our concept was soulful comfort meals on a sandwich, and that's why La Cocina thought it was so unique. So what we did, we took our Sunday dinner recipes and we put them on a sandwich. right? So we were doing a good job with Feastly. We had to tweak our menu just a little for the campus, for the kids, but we still have some of the things.
I'm sorry, what is Feastly?
It's a platform in San Francisco, which is really cool. So say you're a chef or an aspiring cook, right? And you're good, you just can't fund your own location. They have the location, they have the clientele.
Okay.
You just, same thing, to put in an application, they try your food, and they put you on the platform. And then you go on the dashboard, you choose your location, where you want to have your meal at, and their customers go through and look at the menus and say, oh, I want to eat at theirs, or I want to, and so it's just a community of locations where people just come and eat. Some come with friends, some come solo, and then they eat. You come out, you tell your story, you talk about your food, and you serve your salad, your entree. It's not everything. Sometimes you can do a serve yourself, but I think if you do it dish by dish, and you come out and talk, they love it.
And they have a kitchen and all the...
It's restaurants. Some of them are people's lofts that they let Feastly rent out. So, and they're all so unique and so much flavor and so cool.
So you said you started out there.
With the pop-ups, but everything on our menu was served on a sandwich.
Right.
So that's why it's called Soulful Comfort Meals on a Sandwich. Yeah, so we do. But it's as you can see on the wall, my 6-time great-grandfather started with him in the red frame with his slave owners, and he started working on their plantation as a cook. And then that's his wife in the pink frame with the dirt floor.
Okay, yeah.
And then that's their daughter in the lace frame, Mama Annie, Papa Bud. And then there are 7 of Mama Annie's daughters. Wow. So the recipes come down through that line from my mother from Tennessee. But I blend my own spices every day. Wow. But I get that from my father. He's from Louisiana. So my sauces, my spices, my marinades, my father taught me those. So when he barbecued, so
I love it.
So our chicken sandwich here at Pinky and Red's is the number 2 chicken sandwich in the Bay Area. Starbirds beat us out, right? We would have been number 1. But I blend my own spices every day.
Yeah.
No salt, all fresh herbs and everything.
I'm guessing you can't tell us what they are.
Herbs and spices.
Which ones they are and how much of each.
The green ones, the red ones. A little bit of this, a pinch of that.
The ones that taste good.
Yeah.
Especially together.
They're good. It's good.
What was it like going through their program? Actually, one thing that Fernay kind of corrected me about is it's not a past tense thing. They're still with you.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm an incubator business still in the program. Right. You're in that program until they feel you're truly self-sustainable with your business.
Take the training wheels off kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's the program. It's so unbelievable, the concept. Right? And you're thinking is this possible? Can this really happen? Because it's so hard. And especially for people of color. And for some unknown reason, they got that. They understood that immigrants, women of color, low income, the playing field is not level. So they make sure they give you the skills to help get you there.
Right.
And it's a 10-month program, and you have to go through, like college. You got to go through marketing, financing, production, costing, the whole 9 yards before you can get out of the program.
Yeah, when I'm telling people about La Cocina, it's not a cooking school.
No.
It's a business school for women to start,
I think where a person may kind of misconstrue and don't really get it, you have to go with your plan in your hand. Right? So you have to know what you have. What is it you're trying to sell? You right? Is it pies? Like ours was Soulful Comfort Meals on a Sandwich. So we knew, because we had done all the groundwork for the food truck and we knew our menu. We knew. Now some people can go in there and have some of it and not all of it, and you learn the other components as you go, right? So we had all of that in place. Our menu, we had all of that. We didn't have a location. So, and that's another thing that they offer that is just so unbelievable, because commercial kitchen space is really expensive by the hour. So when you're in the program, it's less than half of what you are going to be charged, right? So you just park your business right there and you grow it and you learn how to operate it, right?
Yeah.
And they give you so much space to make mistakes, to figure it out.
That's how you learn.
And then if you don't cry help, they say, okay, keep going. And the moment you cry help, they come with the Band-Aid. They come, okay, well, let's go back to school. Where do you think you missed it? Which class are we talking about? Was it marketing? Was it financing? Was it production? Was it costing? You know, because you have to learn. Because we went in knowing, okay, I know how to make a sandwich, and I know if I get on the food truck, I know I may have to make 10 or 20 sandwiches. But what if you're doing catering and you have to scale up? They teach you how to scale for catering. They teach you how to bid for the catering. So it was so many components we did not know.
Yeah.
And they give you all those missing pieces. So you come in with something, right? And they give you the things that you don't have and say,
I love that empowerment. Is what they're doing, right? And it's like, I don't say anyone could start a restaurant, but kind of anyone could, but it's like
in your mind, yeah.
In your mind, yeah.
True.
But you guys who go through the program, you have something that no one else has, and then they kind of take you
and they teach you.
Yeah, they boost it.
Oh,
right?
They boost it.
They turn it up,
and you're looking like, oh my God, did I just go through an MBA in 10 months? It's so intense. Okay, so the name of the restaurant is Pinky and Reds. So my hair is pink. My daughter, her hair is red. So we couldn't think of a name, and that's how we came up with the name. Just use our hair color. So once we got here on campus, and everybody just started calling me Pinky. So Pinky became my name. Right? And my mother's maiden name is Winchester. And I thought, Pinky Winchester sounds so cool, right?
It has a ring to it. I love it.
So now I'm Pinky Winchester.
Nice. It sounds like you could be almost like a superhero or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I can imagine the animation of like Pinky Winchester comes to save the day or something.
I never thought of that, but that is cool. That would be cool.
That was Pinky Winchester. Join us Thursday for part 2, when Pinky will share stories from the first year of running Pinky and Reds. Music for the podcast is by Otis McDonald. Film photography is by Michelle Kilfeather. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date on everything we do. Find the nearly 75 episodes on our website, storiedsf.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts. If that's Apple Podcasts and you have a minute to spare, please rate and review this show for us. Send comments or suggestions to storiedsf@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.